Another Colorado community prepares to lay a fallen deputy to rest.
They're heartbroken, and rightly so.
Deputy Micah Flick, remembered as a role model.
This is a good man.
The lives of his family of 4 shattered.
It's heartbreaking to hear a mom and a wife explain to the children that dad's been killed and he's now with Jesus. It's got to end. This senseless violence has got to end.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Ann Trujillo. And the response to this El Paso County deputy's death has been deeply emotional. Yet, as people offer their support, Coloradans also want to know why we continue to find ourselves in this position, laying yet another hero to rest.
And we certainly don't want to forget about the other 4 victims of this shooting. One of them, Deputy Jacob Admonson, is out of the hospital despite taking a bullet himself. Another deputy, Scott Stone, had surgery last night. He's recovering at Memorial Hospital in Colorado Springs. And just within the last hour, we have learned that Colorado Springs detective Marcus Yanez was shot during this incident, and he is also out of the hospital.
El Paso County deputies tell us a bystander was caught in the crossfire as well, and that person isn't being identified, yet is expected to make a full recovery. The sheriff says that person was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And any line of duty death is felt by law enforcement nationwide, and the recovery process is painful for the departments who lose one of their own.
And Denver 7's Mark Stewart spoke to one retired sheriff who's had this very difficult experience of dealing with the death of a deputy. Mark?
It is so stunning and it is so heartbreaking. Talking to a former sheriff, the camaraderie, the bonds are all so deep. It's like losing a sibling. Yet despite the sadness, the men and women who protect us all still come to work in the middle of all of this hardship.
Man, the emotions have just been up and down.
Before State Senator John Cook walked the halls of the state capitol, he was the sheriff of Weld County. He knows the hurt his brothers and sisters in blue are experiencing after the deaths of 3 Colorado deputies.
It feels like you're losing a brother or a sister. So it really affects you because, you know, also that what goes through your mind is, but by the grace of God go I.
He was on the job when one of his deputies, Sam Brownlee, was shot and killed in 2010.
I knew Sam very well. Sam was a guy that would, walk by my door. My door was open 99% of the time, and Sam would walk by and say, "Hey, Sheriff, how you doing?" He goes, "Can I get you anything? Do you need anything?"
Cook will tell you when something like this happens, no one is immune from the grief. But as sheriff, you set the tone for the department.
I can't tell you the number of times I shut my door and I shed a tear for Sam and his family. But you have to be strong for your employees, because if you don't, they know it and they recognize it.
So what do you say to the men and women who often put their lives before ours? How do you work knowing so much bad has happened in a very short time?
I'm not sure there's any words that can, describe it, other than to say, hey, you're professionals, and not that you expect this, but it can happen, and you just have to use every officer safety protocol, use your training, and use your gut instinct to protect yourself and to go home to your family at night.
And let's face it, these departments need some hope. Boulder County Sheriff Joe Pelley told Denver 7 just today, give an officer a hug, a thumbs up, buy them a cup of coffee. They need some love. And all is so simple, but it can make a difference. This is a physical battle, and as we are seeing, an emotional battle as well.
And what a nice, simple gesture. Yes.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
But one family dropped off handwritten letters for the deputies at the El Paso County Sheriff's Office today.
I just wanted to tell you that we love you so much, and I am praying for all of you.
And then there is this tribute. Flags across our state flying at half-staff and will stay that way until sunset on Saturday. Deputy Flick will be laid to rest on Saturday at New Life Church in Colorado Springs. The pastor telling us the funeral will begin at 1 p.m. And tonight you can donate to Deputy Flick's family through the El Paso County Sheriff's Office Foundation. We have posted that link on our Denver 7 app. And law enforcement isn't saying much about the suspect who was killed in the shooting, although within the hour CSPD identified him as 19-year-old Manuel Cetina. They say he was driving a stolen car, and they say he shot at the detectives who then confronted him. The Sheriff's Department says they won't be releasing his picture at any time now.